100 yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. On first down, it's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Gun. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
To throw again, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Gurley again here on first down. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35.
Let's go, 18 Gator. I don't know why this team showed up.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, it's Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Tannehill. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Hey, Delta.
58, right there.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 58's the mark. 58. Go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
General West. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
61, match box, right.
On second and inches, Tannehill. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jerome Baker, his second sack of the night. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
18 Gator.
On the counter, Gurley. A beautiful fake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ready?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's now third and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. .58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Buzz. Snap.
Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
58, right over there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. 50, plant. 58, come on. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, let's go.
58 to Mike.
Check. Let's go.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Mike 5-4.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And it's complete. Henry. A good pickup there at 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Great.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the
Express.
Whip.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touch. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Check out. Red 80. 11 feet. Get that 12. Check 37. Check 37. Patch it. Do. On. 12. Hey, switch.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Monday. Switch. 80 weapons. Six guys. Check 6 guys. 12. Hey, Steve 6.
Here's Lott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Let's go, Mexico. 11. Hey, wahoo.
On first down, Lott. He'll let this go for the end zone. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
12. Hey, check.
To throw is Lott. This complete to Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Hey, shoot. Check 24. John Wright.
Again, Lott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
Switch. Reggie. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Tight dog. Shit. Hey, check. Bang. Hey,
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch that in. Tight end right. Go ahead. Hey. We got 3. Three down. Hey. On. We got this, fellas. Come on. Mexico. You got tape. 12. Check three, check three, check three. Bravo.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Protein spill. Cross. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, Locke. He'll get this to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Patriots touchdown. Calvin Johnson there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Ready. I'm here. Hey! Tight end rock. Great. Three. Express. Check. Check 26. Check 26. Right here, guys. Fight to be one.
Now a play fake here on first down to Michelle on the dump off. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
That's 22. That's 22. I don't think you got it, son. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Now Newton. That one complete to Anderson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Newton on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack on 1st down, Newton. That's out to his running back, Michelle. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and long, it's Newton. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
8. 22. They can't hang with us. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 3.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Alert. 10. Watch the edge. Check 3. Undercrush. Hey, check. Hey, check. Go ahead. Watch 24. Hurry.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go.
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Begin. 12. On. Check it back. X3. 218. Chop. 11. 58 is a mic. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, here's Locke. And the catch made by Johnson. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Off of play action, Locke. Jones has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. 12. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, exit.
To throw again on second down. Luck. He'll find Jones again. Complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
12. 58, Mike. Hey, tight. On. Check.
On second down, Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Rush in. 11. Sit. Brown right. We got double up. Reggie. Safety creep. What? One man. Twins. No. Off. Check safe. Hey, check 3. Kill. Go ahead. Kill. Play it.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
20. Straight. 8. Kill.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And caught by Henry. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing again is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Great. 22, he's coming, 22.
Newton throwing again. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He completes it to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch the twist.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check out.
On 2nd and goal, Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, 5-7. 58, boys, 58. 11.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
On. Gone right. 36. Check 52. 540. Easy. Alert. Blue draw corkers. Hey, check. Hey, Delta.
Now it's Luck. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to go. It's Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Golden. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with Golden field position. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Foxtrot.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ready? 180. 22's coming, Mike. Watch the curve.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Newton. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Newton now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Express. Get it.
Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Gun. Shift. Express.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Golden able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
So an important try here from Matt Bryant. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bryant is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Go, go. Six guys. Check six guys.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Ready? Ready?
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
My dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. You know, my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.